everybody, welcome back. My name is Cassie. I am the Evil Secret Ninja, and this is my channel where I talk about books and do book reviews. So today I am looking at the It's Finally Fall book tag. So I'll leave a link below where I found this tag so that you can look it up if you want to. So the first question on the fall book tag is, in fall, the air is crisp and clean. Name a book with a vivid setting. For that one, I chose The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. It would actually be like all of the Mistborn trilogy. This is, but kind of specifically this book. The Final Empire is about what would happen if the villain won, and what kind of world would exist if the bad guy got what he wanted. And so I thought that this was a really vivid setting. There's ash falling from the sky, and there's very little plants that can survive in this world. A lot of people have like no hope, and they're just kind of dismal, and they're just kind of consigned to live in this world that is basically after the apocalypse. And it's still dark and dreary and really horrible. And this is about a group of people who decide that they are going to rise up against the Dark Lord, who has been in power for 1,000 years, and they are going to overthrow him. So, that one had a really nice, vivid setting. And if I could pick a second one, I would have to say the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. Obviously, since this book has like 14 books in it, it has a lot of time to build up the world, and it is a very vivid adventure through. Second question. Nature is beautiful, but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written, but also deals with a heavy topic like loss or grief. So for this book, I picked A Murmur of Bees by Sofia Segovia. This is a historical fiction that takes place in Mexico in the early 1900s when the Spanish flu came through the area. And it has a lot of heavy themes in it, but it was absolutely beautifully written. I enjoyed every moment of it. Even the audiobook was beautiful. I know that the author gets a lot of credit, but I would also say the translator probably did a really excellent job. It was translated by Simon Bruni, and I would also say like he obviously did a very good job translating it to make it as wonderful as it was. But I really enjoyed that book, and it has a lot of heavy themes. Obviously, you're dealing with a pandemic that killed a lot of people, and it just follows a family and kind of their experience through the pandemic and their experiences in the town that they grew up in, and has some great characters, some great villains. I even really cared about the villains in the story, as in I could see where they were coming from. I could see how they came to be the way that they were, and how their experiences in life made them so bitter. The next question, fall is back to school season. Share a nonfiction book that taught you something new. The Brain That Changes Itself, Stories of Personal Triumph from the Frontiers of Brain Science by Norman Doidge. And this is all about the brain. And I love the brain, and I love learning about the brain and how the brain works. And this is the science behind the new science that's emerging about all sorts of things. They had things from vertigo and Parkinson's and phantom limb syndrome, and all of these things, and all of the things that they're discovering when they're learning about the brain and how it works. And this was just amazing. So yeah, I learned a lot about the brain, how the brain works, and all the new things that we're learning about the brain and how it works. Hey, the next question. In order to keep warm, it's good to spend some time with the people that we love. Name a fictional family, household, or friend group that you would like to be a part of. And for this one, I picked the 11 Thumps series. The first one, Gateway to Fu. And this is by Obert Sky. And I don't know, maybe I just like the setting that they put it in. So this follows a boy named Levin Thumps, and he is apparently really special, even though like his mother died when he was born, and he was given over to his aunt, and his aunt's boyfriend were not very nice people. He finds that he's important, ends up going on this journey and traveling to this place called Fu, which is, I guess, it's the world of dreams. Like everything that we dream in this world becomes reality in Fu. So as you can imagine, there's all sorts of great mystical, magical characters, and there's a lot of nightmarish type beings as well. And he has this little companion, which is his little sycophant, and his name is Clover, and he's probably my favorite thing in the whole books, because he's just hilarious. He just does things that, I guess I would say, he really just lives in the moment and just kind of does whatever he wants whenever he wants. So highly recommend. The Levin Thumps series is a great series. Okay, the next question is, the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. Alright, so here's my fall-colored spines. Some reds, yellows, and that kind of stuff. Okay, so there's my stack. Okay, next question. Fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book where somebody is telling a story. And for that one, I picked Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. This story is told from the point of view of one of the servants in the household, and she's telling this traveler that's come through about this family. And Wuthering Heights is a classic. Some people say it's a romance. I say not. This is a story about two people who grew up together. They love and care about each other, but they are driven apart by jealousy and cruelty. And they basically, because of the things that drove them apart, one of them decides that he is going to destroy everyone's life that prevented them from being together. It's quite intense. It is really a tragedy. Great storytelling. I recommend you pick that up too. Next question. Nights are getting darker. Share a dark, creepy read. For this, I picked Uzumaki by Junji Ito. This is really disturbing. This is the spiral horror manga, and so everything that you could think of that is horrible about spirals happens in this book. It is quite intense. It is really creepy and scary, so it's great creepy read. The next one is the next question. Days are getting colder. Name a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. And for that one, I picked The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie McKessie. This is a picture book. It's got really great little illustrations in it, but it's just about four friends, and they're talking about things that are important in life and what they care about and all their shortcomings. And I love the mole. His answer to everything is cake. Fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you would like to return to soon. For that one, I picked Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. One of the books that is kind of up at the top, as in my favorites of all time category. This follows a boy named Connor, and he is struggling as his mother is sick. It's pretty heavy, but it's also beautifully written and got some great illustrations. Love it. I read it several times. I've read it several times. All right. And the last question is, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your favorite cozy reading accessories. And for that, I have my kitty. She likes to sit on my lap while I read. Alright, so that is my finally fall reading tag. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Bye.